There has been high drama in the impeachment case involving suspended Chief Justice Cholindra Samsher Rana. Following his announcement of attending regular works at the Supreme Court, he was held at his official residence by the security earlier yesterday. Meanwhile, a team of human rights activists met with the suspended Chief Justice after he complained of being put under what he said a house arrest. Good morning, I'm Chitrakar, and these are the headlines of the hour. Constitution promulgation completes 7 years. Public grievances grow as political leadership charged of undermining the Constitution implementation. The government scraps all the facilities given to suspended Chief Justice Rana after the latter tried to resume regular duty at the bench. Rana complains of being put under what he says house arrest. Late Queen Elizabeth's state funeral to take place today at Westminster Abbey in London. World leaders to attend the state funeral. Leaders from China, Myanmar, Afghanistan not invited. And Nepal and Bangladesh women eye maiden SAF championship title. Nepal coach Thapa says team's only aim is title victory. The match today at floodlit Dashrath Stadium. The biggest achievement of the People's Movement 2006 is Nepal's constitution. It has been 7 years since the constitution was promulgated. However, the political leadership have not been sincere towards the implementation of the constitution. The general public have been deprived of many rights ensured by the constitution. It has been 7 years since the promulgation of the Constitution achieved by the People's Movement 2006. Coincidentally, the 7th Constitution Day and the end of the first term of the Parliament formed under the Constitution has almost come at the same time. However, Supreme Court that determines the constitutional validity is yet to solve the issue of the grave allegations and impeachment motion against the Chief Justice. The output of the first term of the Parliament has been questionable. Thus, uncertainty over the end of the term of the Parliament in the Constitution formed by the public representatives is unusual. The Tarai-centred parties didn't hesitate to term the Constitution incomplete during the last meeting of the Parliament, despite being in the government the whole time. Efforts were made to dissolve the Parliament twice that has a 5-year term. The Supreme Court reinstated the Parliament both times, however, it failed to function effectively. The Constitution has further drawn into controversy for the role of the President as well. This put the Citizenship Bill in limbo for the second time, despite being passed by both the houses. The general public have long awaited for all these issues to be resolved and exercise their rights ensured by the Constitution. The political parties were busy dragging government bodies, including the Parliament and the Supreme Court, into controversies amid their self-interest during the important 5-year term of the implementation of the Constitution. The approval of public mandate is one of the important aspects of implementation of the Constitution. However, the political parties are bound to honor the Constitution, and public opinion have been busy in power politics. The general public are awaiting to witness change of this trend from the upcoming November 20 provincial and parliamentary elections. The government has scrapped all the facilities given to suspended Chief Justice Cholindra Samsher Rana after the latter tried to resume regular duty at the bench. The government yesterday has withdrawn the security deployed at Chief Justice Rana's official residence. The VVIP car being used by Rana has also been withdrawn. The suspended Chief Justice had been living at the official residence in Balwatar, while the government has beefed up its vigil upon Rana after he tried to resume regular duty at the Apex Court. There was a heightened presence of security at his official residence yesterday, while Rana said that he was put under what he said a house arrest. Chief Justice Rana, who was prepared to return to the Supreme Court, called on the National Human Rights Commission, citing that he was not allowed to leave his official residence in Balwatar. After Rana reported to the Commission that he was held under house arrest, a team from the NHRC reached his residence to take stock of the situation. After Rana informed that he would return to the Supreme Court to resume his duties and responsibilities, security was beefed up at the court premises. Meanwhile, the security from the official residence of the suspended Chief Justice was later removed in the late afternoon. Acting Chief Justice Deepak Kumar Karki has continued with the works of the Apex Court. The Nepal Bar Association had decided to stop Rana from entering the Supreme Court premises yesterday. Security was tightened at the Supreme Court and Rana's official residence in Balwatar, saying that the last session of the House of Representatives ended yesterday. Chief Justice Rana informed yesterday itself about his intentions of returning to the Supreme Court. Rana was suspended from the post of Chief Justice after an impeachment motion was registered against him on 13th of February earlier this year. Political parties have started to register the closed list of proportionate candidates at the Election Commission. The Commission has directed for the submission of the closed list for the provincial and parliamentary elections yesterday and today. On the first day yesterday, only Nepal Samaveshi Party and Tarai Madesh Loktantrik Party had submitted their closed list of proportionate candidates at the Election Commission. Likewise, Kirat Khumbuan Saja Party in Province 1, Tarai Madesh Loktantrik Party in Madesh Province and Tamsaling Party in Bagmati Province have submitted their closed list. Due to the high number of aspirants, majority of the political parties have not been able to finalize their proportionate candidates. As too many aspirants have been recommended from districts and provinces, the centre is having difficulty in selecting the proportionate candidates. The leading party of the ruling coalition, Nepali Congress, only held discussions on the recommendations of proportionate candidates in its office bearers meeting yesterday. The party is preparing to finalize its closed list of proportionate candidates in its meeting this morning. The main opposition, CPN-UML, has prepared its final list. However, it is yet to be submitted. Meanwhile, yesterday's office bearers meeting of CPN Maoist Centre has selected 400 names from the recommended 2,000. The party is preparing to bring down that number to 330 at the meeting of the office bearers this morning and submit the closed list to the Election Commission. Likewise, CPN Unified Socialist, Janata Samajwadi Party, Loktantrik Samajwadi Party, among other parties, will be submitted their closed list today. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked people in several provinces what are the criteria and political parties should prioritize while recommending proportionate candidates. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
समाजले चिनेको व्यक्ति समाजमा केही विकास गर्ने मान्छे
युवकलाई दिनुपर्छ बुढा खानाले छोड्नुपर्छ
देशको सुरक्षा र जनताको सुरक्षा गर्ने मान्छे
जनता काम गर्न सक्ने हिम्मत भएको र चाहिँ पढे लेखा व्यक्तिहरु
ज्ञान पनि भएको सिप पनि भएको मान्छे ल्याउनु पर्छ
देशको लागि समर्पित छन् त्यस्तालाई चाहिने समानुपातिमा लाग्नु पर्ने हो
Time now for our segment, Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question. What's your take on the Prime Minister's official residence resembling the look of a party office? Your options are A, misuse of power, B, mockery of democracy, and C, lack of accountability. Voting is on. Type any WS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us.
Sports News.
The coach of Nepal's women's national team, Kumar Thapa, has said that his team's only objective now is to lift the SAF championship. Speaking during the pre-match conference at the Dashrath Stadium on the eve of the tournament finale, Coach Kumar Thapa said that his team is raring to go to win the championship. Prior to this, Nepal had reached the SAF final on 4 occasions, while they were beaten each time by India. This time around, Nepal had defeated India in the semi-final to make it a first-ever India-less final of the SAF Championship. Bangladesh have qualified for the finals for the second time as their coach Gholam Robani Choten had said that the final against the home team would be tough. Bangladesh skipper Sabina Khatun expressed her happiness to play the match in a stadium filled with fans and spectators, while Nepal skipper Anjila Tumbapo said they would like to prove their mettle in the field. Both Nepal and Bangladesh have been undefeated in the tournament. Both teams are yet to concede a goal as Bangladesh have scored 20 goals to Nepal's 11 goals. Nepal have never lost to Bangladesh in the SAF Championship. The match under floodlights today is slated for 5 p.m. kickoff at Dashrath Stadium. Nepal remained winless in the AFC Under-20 Asia Cup qualifiers as they went down to Bangladesh 3-0 at the Al Bin Mohammed Stadium in Bahrain late yesterday. Nepal conceded a goal as early as 6th minute of the match with a goal by Mujibur Rahman Johnny. Nepal conceded another goal in the 10th minute as Mohammad Pisanova scored. Nepal were reduced to 10 men in the 26th minute as Ajay Chaudhary was red-carded. Before wrapping up, here's a look at the top stories once again. Constitution promulgation completes 7 years. Public grievances grow as political leadership charged of undermining the Constitution implementation. The government scraps all the facilities given to suspended Chief Justice Rana after the latter tried to resume regular duty at the bench. Rana complains of being put under what he says house arrest. Late Queen Elizabeth's state funeral to take place today at Westminster Abbey in London. World leaders to attend the state funeral. Leaders from China, Myanmar, Afghanistan not invited. And Nepal and Bangladesh women eye maiden SAF championship title. Nepal coach Thapa says team's only aim is title victory. The match today at floodlit Dashrath Stadium. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good day.